Hi, so I am just going to walk you through some things that you can do with Google Sheets, some ways that you might be sorting through data or trying to just better see results from a student survey or anything along those lines. This might be helpful if you are an IEP case manager trying to sort through the results from a spreadsheet. If you are a teacher or administrator going through student responses on a Google form, or just really anytime you might be in Google Sheets. So we're going to start with some basic stuff, and then we're going to get progressively more advanced as we go. So the first things first, here we are in a sheet. This is an example of a student behavior sheet that we fill out for one of our students. I've removed the student's name just for privacy's sake, but I've left the teacher's name here because we'll be using that later for something. Basically, the way this sheet works, the student gets rated 1 through 5 on certain indicators, and students or teachers are able to comment. But the way this looks here, notice that everything's really kind of truncated. You can't really see much. He was doing something over here. And so it's hard to really read this. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to hit Control A or Command A if you're on a Mac to select everything. Then I'm going to go up here to the text wrapping icon. I'm going to go down here and have it wrap the text. And now notice I can see everything, right? I can see all the responses in line. I don't have to click on it and try and see weird stuff. But I mean, I'm down here, so I don't really remember what's up top, what these different sections are. So instead of having to scroll up to the top and figure that out, first, what I'm going to do is go here to View and then select Freeze. And I'm going to freeze the top row, which is where we have the titles of each of the rows or of each of the columns. And so now notice as I scroll down and I'm reviewing a lot of information, that those columns help keep me organized. So I can see which each of these columns are. If you go up here and select freeze again, you can also freeze up to up to specific rows and columns. Maybe, though, I don't necessarily need to know the email address of the person. So I'm going to click up here in this little upside down triangle, and I'm going to select hide the column. And that's just going to kind of go away for me. I don't need to see that. It's still there, but I don't see it in this view. Okay, now this is great, right? I can read everything. I know where my columns are, but maybe I just want to quickly glance at the scores of the student. And maybe, I don't know about you, but I'm more of a visual person. So I want to be able to see, right, 4 or 5, the student's doing well, 3, not so much, and a 1 or a 2, I really want to be able to identify those areas quickly to see what happened. So I'm going to, again, select everything that I want to work with. So Control A. And I'm going to go up here to where it says Format. And I'm going to go down to where it says Conditional Formatting. Now, conditional formatting is pretty great. With conditional formatting, you can, and notice here you can apply it to any range. I just have everything selected. With conditional formatting, you have the option to basically change the color or change the text formatting of specific cells based on the information that is inside of them. So if you click Format Cells to create your rule, these are all the options. Maybe you're looking at text containing specific words. If it has a specific key phrase that you want to know about, maybe something related to reading or writing, if that is the student's kind of IEP goal, you can have it highlight it for you. But here, again, I'm going to go down to, let's say it is greater than or equal to 4. And I want the formatting style to turn green. So notice, without me having to even hit done, even though you want to hit done or else it's not going to save it, it lets you test. Okay, cool. I see. Now notice the timestamp, it's not perfect. So maybe I want to just do, B1. Okay. That range, and now it's not selecting these things over here. But notice everything with a 4 or a 5, because it's greater than or equal to 4, is now turning green. Awesome. Now add another rule. I'm going to add this to B to K, and I'm going to select if it is equal to, I did that out of order, sorry, equal to 3, 3, turn yellow. Boom. So notice here, you see some of them turning yellow. And then finally, if it is in columns B through K, and it is less than or equal to 2, I want it to turn red or pink, whatever. And now it's that color. So now I can quickly see, great, okay, now we can identify areas where students are having some issues, right? That's conditional formatting. So what if I wanted to see, okay, where are we having specific issues, or maybe I want to sort this by time, which is automatically sorted by time, or maybe by teacher. So I'm going to select everything. I'm going to go to data, sort range, and say I want to sort it by student, the responses in column C. I'm going to go to advanced range sorting and column C. And you can also add additional sorts within that to kind of see, add other stuff that you want to look at. Once it's sorted this, then you can sort through that, right? So say, okay, then I want it to sort through what everybody said in column D. Sort, boom. And so notice this is now sorted by column C. So it included the top row. That didn't mean to do that. But if we scroll down, it's sorted by each of the teachers that have filled out this form. But maybe I don't want to see that, right? So I just hit Control Z, it went back to normal. So now we have our sheet all set up and organized. But what if I wanted to filter by just the names of specific teachers? So for example, if I wanted to just find the responses from myself and Mr. Funge, I'm going to select this box. I'm going to hit Control C to copy the text in this box. And then I'm going to make a new sheet, a new page. Let's rename that Social Studies. Okay. And then what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to hit =, filter. Now, all we really have to do is start clicking. So I'm going to notice it says filter. This is going to search through a specific selection of the responses on a Google Sheet, say Sheet 1. And let's say I want to go through everything that is located in Sheet K through C. Where I want to copy everything over from, let's say D to K, right? This is the actual value. Then I'm going to select comma. So it is going to copy over everything in these sections if column C, I just clicked it and it automatically pulled that in. Then this part is the important part, right? I'm going to hit =, quotation mark, since it's going to be specific text, paste in the text I want it to look for. Notice it turned green. And I'm going to close that parentheses. Now, if I did this right, yes, I did. Notice it is going to pull in everything from that text selection if the column said me and Mr. Funge. So notice, say I want to go down here and add some information. It is in real time. Okay, so if you link this to a Google form, it is going to do all this sorting and all this formatting automatically. So you set it up once and you are good to go. This should also work if you create a copy of this document and maybe you want to reuse it for multiple students, right? Or kind of multiple surveys. If you're doing the same thing multiple times, why do the work over and over again? Okay, so hopefully this was helpful. Boom. So now you'll notice that it copied over everything with my Mr. Funge's name on it so that we can see just those responses. So say, for example, this could have been anything, right? I could have sorted through specific, and if I double click here, the filter is still there, so I can change it. So it could have been anything in here as long as it matched whatever I put into this by any column that I want to look at. It's going to copy everything over. So notice though, right, say we have down here, I have a test response. If I click back over, boom, it did it automatically, right? So the second it saves, it pulls it over in real time. So once you set this up, it will continue as new responses roll in, it will continue to filter and sort it for you. So basically set it up once and you are done. So hopefully this has been helpful. If you want more of a step-by-step guide or some of this in writing, please let me know. And if you want to be able to do more stuff or figure out how to do some more stuff in Google Sheets or anything else on Google Workspace, just shoot me an email and I'm happy to figure it out if I can, and create that resource for you. All right, thanks. Please email me with your pluses on deltas or upload that to wherever you got this link. Thank you.